Hey, how are you guys doing this morning? So I hope you're kicking butt. Weirdly enough, we're doing some Entropia this morning. We're going to be doing the Lesser Elysian run here in ancient Greece on Next Island. The goal is going to be to get a bunch of blueprints, to be honest. Let me get this set up right. For the record, I have officially got 76 and stuff. I'm just working on getting it to stream and functional properly before we get carried away with attempting to stream it every morning. Um, I should have that all fixed up within the day, to be honest. Just getting these out of the way so we can tell what we actually achieve. Okay, so the Lesser Elysia, it's actually an interesting blueprint. It pops a ton of blueprints. We should get a variety of stuff. I'm really excited about this actually. Like all blueprint runs, I'm going to be setting here, be having coffee. We're going to see what blueprints we can get from this in ancient Greece. I have not ran this in ancient Greece, so I am curious what it will get us. Also, I should have everything worked out on Fallout 76 by tomorrow to where we can start streaming that too. And so that'll be super exciting. I'm going to do the full 1419 on this. It's kind of odd number, but it's what we got material wise. So I'm going to run the whole thing. Of course, because we're going to be popping it like that, I'm going to, of course, eat a pill. And we'll see how much we can get in skills. And we'll see what kind of blueprints we can get. In all honesty, we should get a pretty good variety of blueprints. Get this all set up properly. So I'm going to, of course, make my face disappear because I always do on all crafting runs. I will be here the whole time, of course, having coffee. And I do hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Like, epic next level. So if you guys could send positive vibes and anything else that will help us get a break even slash and or just do well, that'd be epic. Okay, let's get this baby going. Thank you very much, by the way. Hope you're having a great morning. So I did not know novel vials were fuel. Oh, okay. Well, that is good to know. How are we always at this max number of crap? I don't understand that, but we'll shut that. I'm surprised we haven't got a blueprint yet, and I did not know Nalwa technically counted as fuel, but that does kind of make sense a little bit. So honestly, I would have expected some kind of blueprint at this point. So let's just cross our fingers a little harder, I guess. But normally you get a good amount of blueprints. And so I haven't done a lot of runs in ancient Greece, but still crossing my fingers on this. Okay, so we've got the short insignia curtain, which honestly that's not one we were going for, but I'll take it, right? Let's look over this. Not a boosted. We like boosted stuff. That's easy to make though. Okay, so we've got a makeup mask, large. Those are actually this, or no, it's a medium. Never mind. Sorry, guys. Still discombobulated, not all the way woken. But that's actually a reasonable blueprint. I think I have a bunch of those already, so that'll probably go into the auction house, honestly. Good morning, Firebug. Hope you're having a good morning. Drinking some coffee. That's basically what I'm doing. And then later today, I'm going to get some games functioning properly on this computer slash and streaming thing. We'll find out about that. Super excited though. Okay, so we got a new blueprint. Let's see, this is actually boosted. I don't know what a Abbey valence is. I know what a valence is, just no idea what that specifically is. So now we've got jungle shorts. So we are stacking them up. I don't know if I needed these jungle shorts, but it does look like we're starting to pull some blueprints. That's a good sign. Oh, so I have got Fallout ready and stuff, and I'm gonna get it ready. Like I downloaded it, I have a password. It just literally isn't functioning as well as I wanted it to this morning, and so. But I plan on getting that fixed all the way today, so that we definitely have the option to start playing Fallout tomorrow. Um, that basically was the plan. So I did get it downloaded and attempted to get it already, but then, of course, the password and all kinds of weird stuff, and it didn't want to stream perfectly, and so basically that's what my plan for the day is, just to make sure everything's working properly and stuff. And so, in theory, tomorrow morning we start kicking some butt. That's the goal. I am super excited about that, though. Kind of just to see what it's like. I'm kind of wanting something that's a new blueprint somewhere here. I think I have this already, this jungle shorts, but maybe not. Who knows? I think mostly girls wear those. Okay, so we got another set of jungle shorts. That seems to be a more common blueprint. Makes sense, because I see that all the time in the auction house, so. So that is actually what I'm doing. I'm kind of catching up on some emails and kind of trying to look up everything that I could use. And I was verifying my Bethesda.net whatever password thing, which you need for Fallout 76, which I had never created a Bethesda.net account before, so that took a second. For a second, their stuff was down. It was like, WTF. Kept on just telling me no on creating accounts, so I was like, holy crap. But we did successfully. We've got our account created. We've got a whole bunch of jungle shorts. If anybody needs a blueprint for jungle shorts, I have them. And so, I don't know if that's something anybody needs, but obviously I have more than one jungle shorts. We're at 3 now, so that must be the common. So I'm going to be honest, this is the first blueprint in a while that we're getting the right amount of blueprints. I mean, I kind of want to expect at least 3 per 500. We're at almost 700 clicky clicks, but we're at awesome blueprint count. And yeah, there's some redundance in there, but overall, this blueprint is totally packing its weight. So we're getting a decent amount of blueprints this morning. Honestly, this is looking good. We're getting well over our 3 per 500 clicky click. So at this point, this has been the first blueprint in the last few runs that's actually been running within the average I think it should be. And this is doing a little bit better. And so we're about halfway done right here. So I would assume that we're going to get about that much more. But I'm starting to think that legit blueprints are just like almost everything else and come in waves. And so it wouldn't shock me if we have a minute or so with no blueprints and then all of a sudden we get some blueprints again. Oh, yeah, dude, I'll recap that, man. So far, we've got the short insignia curtain. That's not really rare. We've got these makeup masks, which I make them once in a while. They sell very slow, though, so we've got these. These all run just because it's a boosted blueprint. All boosted blueprints you should run always. And I don't even care about the valence part. The fact that it's a boosted blueprint's all I care about. And then weirdly enough, we have 3 sets of jungle shorts. So I'm going to assume jungle shorts is the common blueprint off this blueprint. I'm not sure what the rare or ultra rare is off of it, but I would like to know. But for sure those shorts are common. The basic Elyssia blueprint, though, just for your guys' knowledge, it pops a crap load of blueprints on a lot of different like planets and stuff. Excellent for popping blueprints. Yeah, not a problem. Glad it helps. Hope you guys are having a great morning this morning. Kind of nice, relaxing, having some coffee, huh? So honestly, I have got some good luck on non-organic to the planet blueprints. So weirdly enough, I also sent um, a bunch of materials specifically to be able to run the basic leather texture on Next Island, which I'm gonna do later today, actually. But straight up, some of the non-organic ones to a planet will pop, well, because it takes away their base planet ones, and so in some cases, for some of the limited blueprints, I will straight run a blueprint specifically on, and there are ones I know which ones they are, you know what I mean? But there's ones that I will run on other planets where the blueprint isn't from the planet, but because it only gets like the weird stuff, it's actually better on specifically other planets. And so, no, I get you. I haven't figured out which all blueprints are better for running on which planet because there's just too many blueprints. I mean, there's just so freaking many. Um, I did slowly at one point start making my way around the planets with the Gesture D1 as a blueprint popper, and it was doing epic, like really, really well on some planets. I just didn't get a chance to actually make it to every planet and do popping runs yet. But the basic leather texture does good on almost all like non-Calypso planets to the next level. Um, I think that was the niche site that I had that was really messed me over. Oh, synthetic leather on Next Island. Actually, I've not ran synthetic level leather. I'll bet that would be interesting because it doesn't really have a drop path on Next Island. And so it's going to drop. What, did it drop a bunch of limiteds? That's kind of what I would think it would drop. I can't picture exactly what it would drop because it's not really set up right. So every time it drops a blueprint, it's going to be something weird. I would really honestly like to see how the programming is done in the background for blueprints. Just like out of curiosity, that's like the one thing that I think that they could tweak. So for one, we all know that way too many basic bearings and other crap like that drops. And in all honesty, I really would like to see how the background works through trying to figure out what blueprint drops on which planet. I mean, I'm sure it's a random list created of some kind, and it's probably not as complicated as I'm trying to make it in my head, but I would like to know how it works. Because honestly, that's one of the parts of the games that people know so little about. Is like everybody knows where to go find a mob, or they basically have an idea of where you could go mine something. But when it comes to like not being able to get access to a specific blueprint, very few people actually know the pathway through to generate specific blueprints. And to me, that's the fascinating part of the game. Just absolutely kicks butt. So, my opinion on most textures is the more expensive the texture is when you run it off a planet, the more likely you just get stacks and stacks of limited valuable textures. Except, I'm going to tell you when I ran the basic leather texture on Tulin, yeah, I got grips and grips of blueprints, like and the good ones, like really good ones, like I'm sure I have their book right here. But what would Tolan be? Oh, Tolan. It would actually be Tolan. Okay, so here's the deal. I got most of these, um, including like this flower one, the floral pattern, ancient, um, all from running texture runs on Tolan. And the majority of what I got came from either the Sopra texture or it came from basic leather, as weird as that is. And I mean, these are some ridiculous textures, by the way. Like, if you look at this list, it's a very impressive list. I'm still missing this batik and the permanence on the mosaic and stuff. 3 of them I'm missing. But we got cow spots and everything else. And I'm going to tell you, spotted cow stuff cracks me up. Oh, I could picture that. The cow one does look cool. What did we just get? We got more curtains. So yeah, that cow, basic cow texture is ridiculously cool looking. And in all honesty, what you call that? The Day of the Dead skulls, like I think is what it is. That skulls blueprint is like the Mexican candy blueprint. I mean, like, I know it's not really Mexican candies, but you know the little skull candies that you can get the Day of the Dead stuff? That's what they make me think of. And so, honestly, there were so many absolutely good ones. That's why I actually ordered some leather and everything, made sure we have it on planet. Sugar skulls. Yeah, that's what they're called. It's a sugar skull. That skull's blueprint is sugar skulls. Like I haven't made something with it yet, but I got the blueprint and I planned on building up the stuff and actually producing something with the skulls. I think that I needed to gain about 5 more levels as a texture to apply it properly, and so that's why I haven't yet. But yeah, they're sugar skulls, which kick butt. I was expecting it to be like some kind of heavy metal skulls, like like just skull and crossbones type stuff. Yeah, nah, it's straight up, it's sugar skulls. Well, I'm gonna tell you, those are yummy little candies. I think they're neat. There's just so many random, fascinating little things to each little culture on our planet. It's kind of actually epic. Oh, so I live in Colorado, and we even have them here and stuff. I mean, I know Colorado a long, long time ago was Mexico technically, not even technically, factually it was. But it's been a while, and so pretty sure we've cleared that time period. But we have a pretty big, we have a diverse population in Colorado. Not like super diverse like some parts of the world where like the diversity is epic. You know what I mean? But Colorado's has a mix of people at this point. Like, okay, you have a great one. I hope you enjoy your day at work, kicking butt at least, right? Always hope everybody's kicking butt. Yeah, Colorado's a pretty interesting state. We're not as we don't have as many restaurants though as I want us to have. Like it's real hard to find good epic food. Like we have some good places, and so I'm not saying there's no good food in Colorado. There's some good food. But like when I go on vacation, I definitely take advantage of the stuff we don't have, which is mostly restaurants and food. And I'm not even a big dude, and that's a priority. If I were a big dude, it'd be a super big priority, though, I'm sure. I don't know that, actually. Not even really sure how that works exactly, but I do like food. We have some good Mexican restaurants in Colorado, though. That's like the one thing we have a good amount of, like American food, Mexican food. That's pretty much Colorado. And then so If you want Vietnamese food or like Korean food or something like that, you pretty much do that on vacation. In which I've recently found out the Korean food might be a little bit spicy for me. I don't know if it's all the way too spicy, but or if it's just that I haven't had very much of a diversity of food yet from Korea. But I ate some Korean food. It was a little warm. I wasn't actually prepared for them to bring the fire. They had definitely decided that they were making that. It was good though. It was super delicious food. And now it's just a memory. They haven't given us a blueprint in a second. It's kind of being greedy right in a second, huh? The other thing I like about this blueprint is you do get a good amount of skills. I mean, if you look at it, we're getting all our... We did get some tailoring in there. I think the skill stuff only remembers how so much back. Okay, so we just got some more... Oh, boosted blueprint. This is what we want right here. Every time we can get a boosted blueprint, that's an opportunity to make something. And like we don't really care about what we make at that point. But the boosted part is going to take care of us. I could also sell it. Honestly, what's the markup on that? 300%, not enough for a boosted blueprint, guys. Like 100%. A boosted blueprint, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys, but they're valuable. Like, you should be running them. I think the only reason that is so cheap is because somebody doesn't understand how boosted works, and because it's a curtain. But literally, the whole point of a boosted blueprint is that you can make it, and you can literally junk it to the trade terminal, and you're likely to still actually make a profit on it. Like, that's the point of them. They're not like the other ones where it will literally always finish under pretty much. Boosted literally, normally, if you're fully qualified, will actually finish up and kick out above the costs. Not by a ton, but by enough that it's like a literally free conversion run. And in some cases, it's much more than that. In some cases, it's a big deal. Like on vehicles that are boosted or large things that are boosted, it becomes substantially more of a big deal. That might be why these are so cheap, honestly. Let's check this other boosted. The valence is up here. Yeah, I'm gonna assume this is because people don't run this, but I would have to look and make sure the markup on the sub component, like the ingredients going in, isn't just super high. Because if everything that goes into it is 1,000% markup, you will not recover your, like, that's not gonna happen. And so, but if everything's within even a reasonable zone, you should come out ahead on a boosted blueprint. Okay, we finally got some more blueprint. It's a common one, but I'm okay with it. Honestly, we're getting enough blueprints that we're reasonably within the zone that I'm not disappointed with this run at all. Okay, so we got the top now. So we have that full Elysian set at this point. Wait, the top is a male top? Do we need a separate female top? Ah, interesting. Well, we have the tropical set for males. Okay, so we just finished. Let's see what all we got. So let's look at stats real quick. I honestly don't know how much this actually cost. It didn't seem like horrible. I would believe that. Honestly, we want to have a 42.5% success rate. This wasn't a fully worked up blueprint. We got a grip load of this stuff, and I'll go over it all real quick. See where we got it to. 77.1. So if that was fully worked up, we would probably be getting the rest of our success rate in there. So we've got the Elysian top for males. That I guess there's a female one out there. We've got some of this valence stuff. This is good because this is a boosted blueprint. I'll make that just because. I don't even know if anybody needs curtains. It doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter, honestly. This is just curtains. Jungle shorts. I'm going to tell you, they gave us 3 jungle shorts. And so I think that that was a little bit. Wait, is there female jungle shorts? No, it's all male. Okay. So here's another boosted. Those are actually worth it. The markup on that's crap, so I'll just run all the boosted stuff. I won't actually sell them. And so then we've got some of these makeup masks. Honestly, I throw them into my store once in a while. They don't sell at a very fast rate, and so they're worth having, but they're not. I don't know the point of them. I've never used a makeup mask, honestly, in this game or in, well, reality, basically at all. And so I'm not really sure the purpose of them, but they do sell. And then from there, we didn't get. I kind of thought we'd get something more, more like a ancient Greece type thing. And I'll show you the only 2 ancient Greece type things I have right now, and then we'll look at some of the cool. Let's see, makeup mask. Here's a makeup mask. So makeup masks, they look like a face when you start off. I don't know why. They're kind of pointless. I think you can like design them if you're a face person, but I'm not one of those people, so that's how it is. And we've got some of the other ones too for that. Let's find. Starting to stock up on some of this stuff, guys. I wasn't really trying to get too heavy into this stuff. This is one I wanted to look at. This is fascinating. This is an actual paint, a craftable paint, in which I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. I just grabbed that the other day, just because I hadn't seen it. Looks like a low-level paint. Looks like low-level craftable too. And so I'm not really sure what the deal with the paint stuff is. Where is this that I'm looking for though? Here's the one. Athenian Tunic. So this is the kind of stuff I was going for. Is more of the Athena stuff. And where is it? I forget how much crap we have sometimes. I have a fancy Greek type dress that girls would wear. I just gotta remember what it's called. This is what we got today though. Oh, so it's that's what that is. Okay. Let's see this. Okay, so that vest, I've seen that vest. I just didn't know what it was really going on there, to be honest. Where the crap is our... I think it might literally be ancient Greek dress. Boom, it is. So this is the kind of stuff that we were trying to get. It's okay, because I'm going to do some more runs while we're on this planet and stuff. And on Next Island as a whole. But to be honest, I was trying to get more of the Greek clothes than anything. And then I'll show you some of these textures because I was talking about them a little bit. We'll look at the skulls one real quick, the hearts and stuff like that. So see the skull? It's the candy, sugar skulls. And so this, I have not busted out some. I need to probably, this would be expensive, guys. Honestly, I don't even know what I would want to charge somebody. More than that 330. I don't even think I could do this that cheap. Let's look at this crap. This is the thing. Textures are just such a fascinating component of the game. Yeah, so there's not even the stuff to make that one right there for sale right now. Here's the heart texture. And the diamond texture, I think I might have more than one diamond texture to be honest, so we'll have to, yeah, diamond texture right here. The diamond texture, I expected it was going to be like the House of Diamonds, like, you know, how the heart one is. But the diamond texture went a totally different direction and stuff. And I'm not really going to say, like, we have time to check out all the textures, but we can look at some of the better ones. So this plastic texture, I know doesn't look impressive, but if it's actually colored and stuff like that, it's actually very cool texture. Let's see. Cumbries, all these are normal. This is kind of cool. You could make a cool hat with that. All those are basic. I'm not even sure what that is. I've never seen this. Yeah, sea-based robot. That is a texture that's hard to get. A lot of these, the best textures in this game, honestly, are really hard to get. I think Oculus might have been a cool texture. Not sure about what a Hemi is. This oxidized iron, I've never seen it used on anything, but you have to be a ridiculous level texture. So some of this stuff, legitimately, I am just saving up. Like this satin. Satin, you need to be at 30-something level texture. So like, in all honesty, if you want to make satin clothing, you better get on it. The rest of these are pretty normal. This is one of the most epic ones of all textures. So I'm slowly saving these up, as you can tell. We've got enough that we could make a big run. My goal one day is to legitimately probably codex the crap out of Tesla pods for a while, in which we're going to hope to get enough Tesla pod leather to make a giant run of this stuff. But I don't even know what I want to use it for, honestly. It just is something. Brushed aluminum, I haven't really looked at that. See, look, there's so many textures, guys. Clear crystal might be cool looking on something if it's actually clear. That looks pretty shiny though. But most of these absolutely look. Vita looks actually cool on stuff too, by the way. So does this Kaz texture. I'll show you this. Because this isn't a very uncommon thing, and you can actually do it at a reasonable level. And so some of these, this one looks like foam. So I have a bunch of this made on Cyrene already, guys. I have no idea what I want to use it for, but one day I am going to straight up make something and it's going to look foamy. I don't know why I think that's a good idea. That's expensive to run too. Now I'm tempted to run it on this planet. And then these crystals, they're just absolutely hilarious for texturing because they're not high level. I need to get them flipped on. Um, but obviously you can see how they would add a ton of stuff. And these are technically textures even though they're not textures at all. I mean, like they're not textures, but they're for some reason they're always in that section. So I don't know. Oh, and this texture is ridiculous. So if I combined this and the Tesla pod texture, I don't know what the heck that would look good on, but it would be cool. And so there are just a ridiculous great amount of textures in this game. This is the cow texture, by the way. Also epic. And look at this crap. You don't even have to be high level to do. Cow texture is 1.4 to 4th level. That's like ridiculous. This also is fancy as crap. I made a cowboy hat with this and sold it. Was very happy with that. And so this is the Dark Listerium. I will be making a Dark Listerium run likely before we leave here. This is Jory texture, by the way. If you guys are wondering if you guys are hunting Jories, don't get rid of the material. The leathers, I don't know what planet Jories are from. I should probably find out. I'll look it up. But this is a cool texture, guys. I'm just saying. And this is the red rose texture. Well, basically, there's so many. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we can show you them all. But basically, if you guys are wondering on if there's a lot of ways to custom up your stuff, there really are some great textures. And then on top of that, if you paint over a texture, it changes it even more. And so, in all honesty, sometimes it's a horrible idea because the textures are so cool. But let's hope that MindArc eventually decides to make quad wings texturable. They absolutely should be able to be textured. It's absolutely ridiculous that not all vehicles are able to be customized, but I'm going to hope that that gets fixed eventually. It's a big miss on their part. Like the amount of money that they could make just on custom quad wings and stuff like that, just from the markup and stuff, is epic. And so I feel that's a mess up. So I'll be back. Let's click this to normal. So back in next island on the other side of time, not in ancient Greece, I have the materials, of course, to be able to make a run for our basic leather texture tomorrow. So we'll be able to pop, hopefully, some good texture blueprints off of next islands as a whole. And so I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. I'm going to, real quick, try to see if somebody is streaming Entropia. I'm sure they are. It's always good to pass it to somebody instead of just cutting out on you guys. And here we've got somebody. I don't know this person. But it looks like they are doing some stuff and ready to kick some butt. So let's hope so. You guys have a great day. Peace and very best wishes, and I'll see you later.